Alrighty, welcome to the first of a feeder league here that I'll be battling. We've got quite the pack here. So Tinker is going to be my first pick. So feeder league, what that means is I need to go 4-0, single limb. If I go 4-0, I get a cube entry, and then I can play the 64-player events, where if you 6-0 that, you draft again, and if you 3-0 that, you get queued for the Cube Worlds in Vegas, which is awesome. But I think it's a pretty clear Tinker over Force or Noble or Duress. Jace not really in the conversation anymore. Maybe Capita Cannoneer comes back. Who knows? Let's just start on Tinker into Academy. This is how we do it. This is how we get it done. All right. Tinker into Academy. We get to pass. Maybe a Coveted Jewel comes back or Subtlety or something. But we have two of the biggest reasons to be artifacts. First two picks. And so now I think I'm actually going to take Sensei's Dividing Top. As good as like Headliner Scarlet and Hex Drinker are, I think I want to try to make these two cards work because they're both fantastic build-arounds. And the way to 4-0 drafts is to just try to make your two busted build-around cards work, huh? All right. Well, this is according to plan still. Memory Lapse is a really good pickup. I like Karn, but Karn is not as good as a two-mana counter. I think Memory Lapse is going to be quite a bit stronger. Got to move the Academy over here because we're going to get some zeros. That's for sure. Whoa. Fifth pick, Broadside Bombardiers pack 1. I'm just going to go out on the record and say that's very unlikely to be correct. I don't want to speak in absolutes because who knows, you open packs of 3 pieces of power plus 2 other premium cards or whatever. But I'm going to take Bombardiers. As much as I like Mana Leak, I was really excited to take Mana Leak. Bombardiers is so good. You've probably seen me play with this card by now. If you have not, the card is better than you can imagine by just reading the card by about twice as much, maybe more. Like, it already looks good. 2/2 Menace Haste for 3. Yeah, that's all right. Sack a permanent to deal damage. Okay, but it's 2 plus the casting cost of the permanent. And, I mean, it's a creature artifact, I guess, not any permanent. And it's just, it just goes completely nuts. Here, I actually think I might just take Wheel of Fortune. Spire Bluff Canal is good. Sword, I guess I could take, but I kind of want to be blue-red here. Wheel is a powerful card. Spire Bluff is okay, but if I end up on a nice Academy deck, the Wheel's going to be good. I could end up on like a lower curve, more aggro-focused Academy deck. I don't mean like just, 1 drop into 2 drop into 3 drop. It's more like you want to play cards like Broadside Bombardier, Third Path Iconoclast, Lelia, and still pressure them, but you're not really like trying to play like 17 creatures or anything like that. In any case, we've got a really good start here to a couple different categories. Let's see if we can finish that off. Now, I kind of want to just take Satya. It moves a little further away from the artifact thing, but Burst Lightning, I think, is a pretty replaceable card. And I could end up ditching Academy Tinker and just being like a Jeskai deck. I still want to play this Academy, but we'll see how things line up. All right, and here, I think I'm just going to take not Blazing Wall, Golos. Golos can, if you end up with Mishra's Workshop, Golos is really strong in your deck. I think Mind Collapse is just okay. All right, I'll go with the Golos. And then here, I think I'll take Unholy Heat. I don't really think red-black or red-green, and certainly not black-white lands are all that useful to me. Well, red seems to be open, I think. I mean, gotten some, like, first of all, 5th pick Bombardiers is just crazy, but also, like, there was Unholy Heat, there was Burst Lightning, pretty late Wheel of Fortune. Like, not necessarily saying no one can be drafting red, but I have gotten some decent red picks late. Maybe this Academy does not make the cut. We'll have to see how Pack 2 goes, but I'm quite willing to walk away from it if need be. And then here, I still don't really believe in the Hired Claw too much. I think I'm going to take Trinket Mage. Trinket Mage is also pretty nice with Bombardiers. Just, you can throw the Mage, you can throw what it gets, both, and it's good with Academy. It's a really late snuff out, but I just don't think I'm supposed to take a black card here. It feels like I've got a lot of other directions to kind of hope they pan out rather than moving into a new color. Well, red is open. I'm going to slam Headliner Scarlet here, passing Seasoned Pyromancer and Emberheart Challenger. All right, well, the Satya over Burst Lightning pick maybe didn't quite work out. Well, we're looking most likely to be just like red-blue aggro now. Because, I mean, Memory Lapse is really good. Though I guess if I move away from Academy Tinker, then I don't really have that strong of a reason to be blue, but we'll see. And then here, well, it's Inspiring Vantage or Goldspan Dragon. They're both pretty good. Goldspan and a Memory Lapse is pretty nice. Inspiring Vantage would help casting Satya. I think I'm just going to take Goldspan, though. I kind of feel like just taking a bunch of red cards is going to end up being the direction I'm going. Got to move away from my first 2 picks maybe. We'll see. If I open like a Mox in pack 2, if I get past some cheap artifacts, could be back on. But as of right now, I'm getting past a lot more red. And yeah, I'm just going to take Figure of Destiny over Spar's Headquarters. Now I take Robber of the Rich over Everflowing Chalice. Everflowing Chalice with Academy and all that and Tinker. No, I should take Robber. Not going to play you, Basking Root Wall. And really what I'm actually looking at now is like taking Gut here and moving into kind of mono red. Maybe Sensei's Top, and maybe Memory Lapse makes it if I've got enough fixing, but it's either Smuggler's Copter or Gut. I think Chain Lightning's worse than those, and I think Gut is better. There's that third path. I mean, it's possible that one comes back, but I'm going to take Fable. Just keep taking premium red cards. There's Passing Flame Slash, Ketria Triumph, Fiery Islet, Chromatic Star, Scrapwork Mutt. These are all cards I would be interested in for sure, but I have Bombardiers, Gut, Fable, and Headliner Scarlet. These are all just really, really strong cards. Okay, well, I'm reading those signals at least, and all the rest can kind of move on out. Hey, you don't need to take lands if you're mono red. All right, here we already have 1 dragon on 5. I don't want a second this early. I don't think I should take Seed Shark. I'm looking at Soul Guide Lantern or Talisman of Indulgence or Metamorph. Talisman can be kind of nice in this style of deck. Soul Guide is a decent thing to pick up with Trinket Mage and maybe throw or sack to Gut/Broadside. Maybe I just do Soul Guide. Soul Guide I think is pretty reasonable. Metamorph is also not a bad card. I don't value it super highly. And I mean, it's not a 0%er that I end up with Academy in deck. If I end up with a bunch of incidental artifacts, it might, be better than just playing a different land, but I don't know how much I'm going to necessarily tunnel on that. Yeah, Volcanic and Time Twister, Time Spiral, these are all nice. I'm going to take Fiery Confluence. All right, I'm going to bin the blue cards for the moment, but I don't think that's the direction I'm supposed to be going right now. All right, and here there's a Squee. We're not playing Squee. There's Dragon's Rage Channeler, which I like as a 1-mana play, and I have some cheap stuff. Yeah, I should just take that. I shouldn't take Daze or Raugrin Triumph. I should try to avoid playing other colors in this deck if I don't need to, and red seems open enough that I don't. I just don't want to have to spend picks on lands, and it makes the deck more consistent. I don't really think I need any particular thing, especially since the only non-red cards I'd really be interested in would be like if I ended up with enough fixing to play like Memory Lapse plus Remand or something like that. Here, I think I'm going to take Pyrokinesis. In a mono red deck, this card is quite strong. So let's just take that. Basically, my goal against combo decks is to race them with Dragon's Rage Channeler into Robber into Gut. And then against creature decks, I've got a bunch of removal. Control decks, well, you've got recurring threats like Fabled the Mirror Breaker, or, Gut can put 2 things into play if you sneak it in while they're tapped out. So that's kind of your strategy. It's not pure speed, but, Pyrokinesis, Fiery Confluence, Wheel of Fortune, Unholy Heat, I got some good interaction here. Pretty sad, though, to have Academy and Tinker and just not even think about Mishra's Workshop here. I kind of want Kumano Faces Kakazan. I think I'd rather just get cheap cards over Rampaging Raptor. I think that is actually going to be the thing. And more enchantments for the Dragon's Rage Channeler is kind of cool. You want permanence with Gut and Broadside, which you can't throw this until it flips, but once it does... Oh, Anger to discard to Fable? I think I'm just going to take Firebolt. Firebolt's a pretty strong card. There's a Bull Citadel for my Tinker. That ship has well and thoroughly sailed. Oh, and Chain Lightning is wheeling? Okay, well, Mono Red is not the best deck, but if it's this open, I think it's the deck I'm supposed to draft. I think the Sensei's Top is not looking very good. We'll be passing on that one. Though I guess Sensei's Top Dragon's Rage is kind of nice. And here, I think I just take Flame Slash. Ketria Triumph would help splash, but I don't really think I need to. Well, actually, should I take Scrapwork Mutt? I have a lot of removal. It's another 2-drop. It's good to discard a Fable. It's good with Gut and Bombardiers. I think the Mutt actually has it in it. All right, well, now we get a Glorybringer. That makes me feel good about passing Flame Slash too. Okay. I mean, Scrapwork Mutt is nice to mill with Dragon's Rage Channeler. Discard a Wheel of Fortune. think it's just overall going to be solid. And here, would this deck play Basalt Monolith, or could it ever end up as a sneak deck? I don't really think so. I guess I will take Basalt Monolith, and then here I'll take Carnosaur, but I don't really want to start either of those cards. The Soul Guide Lantern's like a little sketchy, but it's kind of nice. It shores you up against like Reanimator type stuff, or like Braid Freeze Breach, whatever. While being any cheap permanent, it gets a lot better with these two fellows. Gut and Broadside do a lot. I'll take Kandatha Triumph. It's not if this was a draft pod, I think I'd still take Kandatha Triumph. Oath of Druid sucks. Last pick, Blood Crypt. All right, any rubies? Any rubies? No, there's just nothing. I guess I just take Chandra, which is fine. Chandra's fine, but obviously that's not what I'm hoping to first pick here. Passing Mana Drain, Flage, Tameo. Flage is really nice, but I don't think I'm very close to getting to Flage here, so. All right, Chandra it is. And next pick, I guess I'll take Scalding Tarn in case I do want to splash that Memory Lapse. I think that's going to be better than Prismatic Vista, though. Yeah, it already gets Blood Crypt. That should be fine. I mean, I guess Prismatic Vista could be better if I end up wanting to splash Satya or just any other color card that's not blue or black. So it's like a white or green card. I don't think I'm going to splash any green cards. I think I'm going to take Scalding Tarn. And then here, there's just no red cards in these packs. I mean, there's a Palace Jailer here, but I'm not very close to getting to cast it. Angie's Ravager is like not even a good card. I guess I could take Xander's Lounge or Expressive Iteration or Manamorphose. Is there any way I'd want to play a Manamorphose? I think that seems bad. Oop, I don't want Sowing Micah Spawn. I'll just take the Xander's Lounge. Wow, this is a pretty bad couple picks. Red was really open. These packs just don't have red cards in them. So not only did I pick a powerful card, like I didn't get like a Mox or anything like that. I didn't even get like one of the real premium red cards, and I got a Xander's Lounge. Well, that's the drawback to drafting monocolor. You have fewer cards you care about, and sometimes you get whammied. Now there's a Parallax Wave. So where are all these white cards in pack one? I mean, I guess maybe I wasn't taking them, but sure, I'll take the Bonehorde Dracosaur that probably would have wheeled anyway. All right, and here, yeah, I mean, I guess I'm taking Grim Lavamancer. I don't really see any other options. This has been a grim pack 3. I've had 5 picks so far, and I haven't been happy with any of them. That's rough. It happens, but just makes it going to be a little bit tougher. Fire Blast would be a nice pickup. Lightning Bolt, any Burn Spell would be pretty nice. At this point, I'm not going to get any premium acceleration, but an Ancient Tomb or City of Traders would be good. This deck would definitely play Seething Song or Rite of Flame. This Blood Crypt isn't doing much, and right now, I mean, getting Memory Lapse is pretty nice. I'm probably not even playing any of these cards, but I'll just side in the Memory Lapse if it's good. All right, I'm going to take City of Traders over Seething Song. City of Traders, when you have Gut, Bombardiers, Fable, all that, and it cast the Dragons well, is pretty nice. So, all right, that's like the first pick that like was actually kind of decent. Right now we're at 21 playables, and I have a Carnosaur if I really need to, or a Basalt Monolith, which I guess I can sack to these things, and it can maybe cast one of these dragons. Though Basalt Monolith's pretty weak. I would play Grim Monolith in this deck, but I don't think I want Basalt. Whoa, what's a Caracas doing here? All right, I guess I'll take it. I already have 2 Legends in my deck, and it's good against opposing ones. I like Deathbreeder's Champion too, but Caracas is just too busted. All right, that was nice. That was a good pickup. I don't know how I got a 7th pick Caracas, but you know what? Not everyone likes the card as much as I do, which is not surprising because I like the card a lot. All right, here, well, I'm not going to start any of these cards, but I'll take Containment Priest for the sideboard, even with no fixing. I guess I have a Caracas that I was going to play anyway. When you side it in, the card is just super important. And here, likewise, I'll take a Spell Pierce because I could see siding in Spell Pierce Memory Lapse against a combo deck. I would like to pick up 2 more playables. I guess I can play the Carnosaur if I need to. I could play Sensei's Divining Top if I really needed to also. And then here, there's a Sunbaked Canyon and an Embereth Shieldbreaker. I'll just take the Shieldbreaker. The Shieldbreaker is also good because of all the sack stuff I have, so that kind of makes up for the fact that sometimes it doesn't get there. All right, this is 23. We got there. Hooray. Really, if pack 3 had like a nice little piece of power and maybe a cheap card or 2, I would have felt pretty good about this deck. As is, I think this deck is totally fine. It just could have been better. Angie's Ravager. So Madness 1 red. How am I madnessing it? I guess madnessing it via Fable's good. Scrapwork Mud is okay. I don't think I need Manamorphose. All right, I'll Ravager. And maybe else I didn't touch the Spirit Realm. I could get a Seething Song back with like 2 cards. That'd be pretty nice. I guess I could take Blood Tithe. I mean, I have Blood Crypt and Scalding Tarn. Okay, I did get the Seething Song back. Nice. I am actually quite interested in playing. And a last pick Death Receipt. Red was obviously extremely open. It just, the packs lined up really poorly for me. Okay, so now I do get to cut a couple cards. That's kind of cool. Probably the Angie's Ravager at this point. I think this card is just kind of mediocre. And maybe I'll just play 16 lands. I've just got so many 1-mana plays. 16 lands with a Seething Song and a Soul Guide to cycle. I do have the 3 5-drops, but the Pyrokinesis is a 0-drop. So I have 3 4s and 3 5s, but I have a Seething Song. I think the Wheel of Fortune's also fine here. I kind of want to play 17 lands. Maybe I just don't play Soul Guide Lantern. All right, and then add 15 mountains, baby. Why do they want a Plains in there? Because I have a Figure of Destiny. All right. All right, well, let's see how this goes, shall we? All right, time for round 1. Yeah, this is a turn 4 Bone Horde, and I have a Pyrokinesis, which against some decks could be good. Less so against Island Ether Spellbomb. But I also don't mind City of Traders. Like, there are some draws where I play this on turn 3, cast a 4-drop, and then cast a Bone Horde on 4. Mountain, not the ideal draw. All right, let's see what they've got. If I draw any of my 2-drops, obviously that's pretty strong. Okay. Urza Saga is a pretty good one. Goldspan. Well, it means I will get to play a dragon on 4. I'm probably going to want a Pyrokinesis. The problem is they played that Ether Spellbomb and they have Academy. So that's the deck I was hoping to draft, but make a 2/2. Next turn they make a 3/3. They make them into 3/3s. So I can Pyrokinesis one of them. Yeah, that actually still seems fine. Let's go Chandra. Surveil Graveyard. Let's see. They take 2, and then I send with the Death Greeter. Or the Dragon's Rage Channeler. Pyrokinesis. And I'm just going to exile the Bone Horde Dracosaur. I think I'm just going to go for dub. Oh, Graveyard the Grim Lavamancer. The Dragon's Rage Channeler is almost up to 4. Actually, it's going to be next turn when the City of Traders dies. And then now they have to tap their Academy if they want to use the Saga token here. Make a Saga token here, and my Chandra Minus could actually get it. Don't play 2 artifacts, please. Just play 1. Oh, Basalt Workshop, Basalt Monolith into another artifact. Are you sure? Okay, they didn't play another artifact. Snug the Construct. Make this a 4/4. Play Goldspan. All right, we're kind of doing it. I'm scared of the deck that I'm playing against, but I feel like I have a pretty good shot now. All right. I mean, they still have a lot of mana. They get to use the Workshop and then use the Academy, and the Academy is going to tap then for like 4 mana. Okay, I hope this... Oh, Mightstone and a Weakstone. If it's killing the dragon, I'm actually not as afraid as if they draw cards. But obviously if they have like a Time Spiral here or something, then yeah, Academy's a broken card. I'm playing fair cards like normal cards. Like I cast turn 3 Chandra, turn 4 Goldspan, and I guess I cast a Pyrokinesis while doing that. That's like the most unfair thing I did was cast that. Lion Sash? Okay. That one I'm not too worried about. Kappa Cannoneer. Interesting. Okay. That one's good. And they're going to Lion Sash and exile something. Oh no, they're going to play an Ocelot Pride. Interesting. Really needed to draw something good there. Because I can play Gut. They can... I think I'm just going to exile my top card. Fiery Confluence or something would be really nice here. Hit Mountain. All right. Play Gut. Go to attacks. They're going to bounce my Dragon's Rage Channeler. I accept it. I don't really have a choice. And then post-combat Dragon's Rage Channeler. And if I top deck here... I mean, what's going on here? They can... Their Ocelot... Unless they have a white source, their Ocelot Pride can't really attack. Though it does shut down my Gut pretty nicely. Because of First Strike. This is attacking Chandra. I could double block, but I don't think that is what I want to do. I think I'm just going to let the Chandra go. And then on my turn, I need to draw a piece of action. And if I do, then I feel like I can win. And if I don't, then it's going to be a little trickier. Okay. That was nice. All right. Firebolt the Ocelot Pride. I even get to Dragon's Rage Channeler here. Why not? Huh. Currently, there's 5 card types, so they can't keep me off that. I think I put this on top. It feels like this is the kind of card that could lead to me winning games. And now I'm going to attack, and they can Lion Sash, oops, to block the Gut, but I think that's all right. I'm going to sack this treasure token now, and they're actually dead if they don't have anything. They're at 7. I have 7 points of attacks. If they want to trade with Gut, they can't exile the Firebolt, which is nice. I mean, again, and they can't keep Dragon's Rage Channeler off of Delirium, so... Okay. Are we going to defeat a deck that has much more powerful cards than us? Well, I would expect that to be most decks that we play against. Is my guess at this point in time. Okay, so they're using Lion Sash now. And they're getting the dragon. But if that's damage... All right, up a game. Didn't think that was going to happen. I don't think I want Containment Priest. I want Spell Pierce and Memory Lapse. It didn't seem amazing. I think I like where we're at. Let's do it. All right, well, this is like that other hand, except no Dragon's Rage Channeler and no Cydia Traders, so I think this one I'm going to have to mulligan. I will definitely keep this hand, though. They're also mulliganing. I'm going to go turn 1 Grim, probably turn 2 Fable. Put a Mountain back. And then maybe Wheel of Fortune, maybe not. We'll kind of see. If they have a really explosive hand, that makes me less want Wheel. Oh, I think I know what my curve is going to be this game. It's going to be Grim into Fable into Chandra. Urza Saga into Star into a Portable Hole. Okay, well, I don't mind the Portable Hole here because I've got the Fable token. Let's see. So next turn, I'm going to get to attack with the Fable, and they can make a 2/2. No, they can make a 3/3 block. And they have Academy. Yeah, all right. Use the ability to definitely discard Mountain. I think I can just discard 2 mountains here. Okay, Gut is definitely a card. So if they make a Saga token, it's a 3/3. I can play Gut and Dragon's Rage. I can play Chandra and Dragon's Rage if I play the Chandra post-combat. I kind of like that. I think I'm just going to attack with the Goblin and see what they do. I don't think I'm in good shape here. Urza Saga into Academy on the play with 2 1-mana artifacts is a pretty good hand. And my hand is solid too. Turn 2 Fable, turn 3 Chandra, Dragon's Rage. It's a great hand too, but these 2 lands are quite good. All right. Let's see if they take the bait. Okay, they do. I really wish I had an instant speed bolt, but you know. What can you do? All right, so Fable token down. Cast Dragon's Rage Channeler. Land. Chandra. Oh, we'll put the Firebolt into my graveyard and nug the Construct. All right. So now they again get to make a token, but have to tap Academy. Let's see what their 1-drop is. Did they not get a 1-drop? They must have clicked through that because it does not make any sense to me. Okay. Now I have this. So I have 2 card types for Dragon's Rage Channeler right now. I could turn it into a 4/4. I could also Firebolt Esper Sentinel, but then they draw a card. I don't really like that too much. I don't really want to wheel against someone with Academy, so let's not do that. Let's go land. Just going to exile my top card, I think. Into Goldspan Dragon. Can't cast that, unfortunately. Gut. Attack. Sack the Channeler. If I was closer to having Delirium, then I mean, I could have sacked the Reflection, but that would have still not gotten me there. So, it would have been nice to be able to keep the Dragon's Rage Channeler. Now, Chandra gets attacked. Yeah, Chandra down. I mean, Reflection of Kiki Jiki plus Skeleton Token is pretty strong. Let's see what they've got. Beza the Bounding Spring. So they gain life, and that was it. Yeah, all right. I mean, that is good, but it's not too bad. All right. Let's see what I draw for my turn here. Oh, they're using the star. Okay. They play a land and just didn't do anything with their mana. Glorybringer. Unfortunately, not very close to casting that. So what happens if I attack right now? I can make I can use Reflection to make a copy of the skeleton, attack with both, and then sack the skeleton that's going to go away for a new one. They block. I'm just so scared of casting Wheel here. The other alternative is to wait and cast and make a skeleton end of turn. The problem is if I don't cast Wheel here, what am I doing? Just nothing? I'm just going to cast Wheel here. I think I'm going to let them draw off the Esper Sentinel as well, because they're about to discard this hand and draw 7 new ones. What I'm really looking for is Pyrokinesis. Chain Lightning, huh? Chain Lightning is not exactly ideal. Oh, they had Intrepid Adversary? Yeah, that would have been pretty annoying too. Can Chain Lightning the Esper Sentinel? I kind of like doing that. They can't bounce it back. They don't have the red. I'm at 20. I think what I'm going to do is Chain Lightning Esper Sentinel and just sack Reflection to make a skeleton token here. I think that's my play. City of Traders comes with a big cost, being down a mana here. But they take 8 now. Well, looks like they might Swords or Path one of them. Oh, they're going to Ephemerate the Beza. Make 2 fishes. That's pretty good. Okay. I guess I'll block one of the fishes first. Yeah, we're not going to win this game, I don't think. They get to blink Beza again and gain 4 life. And I guess that's the only thing they make. But Beza's really good against my deck. They don't have a ton of artifacts in play for Academy, so there is that. I did draw a million lands off mine, but maybe I draw something good here. Oh, Guts getting taken down. All right, I'm going to wait to draw for my turn and see if I can do something. Roberto. All right, let's start with the Scrapwork Mutt. They don't look like the best Academy deck, actually. It's something to consider. Oh. All right. You know, we're not out of it yet. Let's go Unholy Heat Beza. Robber of the Rich. Attack. Exile the Plains. If they block, I get my gut. Well, I don't get gut back. I get a 3/3 back. And then I still have a Firebolt I can flash back. Unfortunately, Glorybringer and Goldspan are both gone, I think. Yeah. So I'm hoping to draw a Bone Horde here. Okay. What are they casting? Might Stone and a Weak Stone once more. Just kill the robber. Oh, they should have definitely drawn 2 cards there. Killing robber is a cowardly maneuver. Okay, sending with those. I guess the Ocelot is the idea to block 6, 7, 8. I mean, I'm just going to cast Bonehorde Dracosaur and pray, I guess. I mean, it's the kind of card where this is why you put Dracosaur in your deck. This is exactly why. If my opponent doesn't have an answer, if my opponent didn't have an answer, it could win the game by itself. Well, all right. Battle Ball. Ocelot Pride is going to make a million tokens. The wheel didn't work, but I don't think I was really winning the game without it. Maybe a wheel on the play is good. I don't think I want Soul Guide Lantern. No, I think I'm ready to roll here. All right, we're on the play. Let's go. Caracas and City of Traders, my only 2 non-mountains. I gotta mulligan that. Okay, this is a pretty good hand. I think I'm gonna bin the Goldspan Dragon and just try to get the job done here. I'm gonna lead on Kumano Faces Kakazan, I think. Yeah, that's gotta be right. Because then I can make a Dragon's Rage Channeler that's a little bigger. Perhaps? Oh, Div Esper Sentinel. Okay. Oh, Gut. Okay, well that's a new plan. Scrapwork Mutt is the play now. It's a 3/2, so it gets past Sentinel, and I think I discard the Channeler. I just wanted to find a land for Gut here. Okay. Stoneforge Mystic. I'm glad I saved the Firebolt. They got a Batter Skull? Yeah, well, I guess I'm going to take down the Stoneforge Mystic. Oh. No, I'm not going to Pyrokinesis those 2, I don't think. Well, yes, I am. They're going to draw a card, in fact. I'm going to Pyrokinesis 2 and 2. Exile and Firebolt. They can draw a card. We're just going all in here is what we're doing. Send with these 2 and sack the Mutt. I know the Mutt does more damage, but I can bring the Mutt back next turn to make it into another skeleton. So let's do it. Let's go all in. Pitch a card to Pyrokinesis. If they go Mishra's Workshop Batter Skull, then yep, that's bad for me. But I can't really play scared here. They're going to Prismatic Ending my skeleton token, Swords my Gut. I don't know. I'm still putting a lot of pressure on them. All right, they had Swords for the Gut. Let's hope they don't have another play. They don't. Let's put the Scrapwork Mutt into play here. Discard this mountain. Okay, well, Seething Song or City of Traders now are both fairly live. They have to have an answer for at least one of these before or they die. All right, well, Wheel was actually a pretty nice one. Let's see. Boom, we got there. All right, we beat a better deck. Let's see if we can repeat that 3 more times. All right, well, we stole that one. And now we're Caracas again. Though this, to be fair to Caracas, not that I was considering cutting it, this hand needed it. It was a 1-lander even if that was a mountain. Man, this hand's so good if I draw a mountain. You know what? I'm going to keep this hand. I feel like they mulliganed, which is actually more of a reason to mulligan myself, but the reason I'm keeping this hand is I think that this deck is fine, but not crazy good. This hand is like in the top 10% of hands if I draw a mountain. Well, here we go. Because now I go Dragon Rage Channeler into Scrapwork Mutt into Gut into Headliner. Like, that is a busted draw. So, well, I might not be able to compete with Mox on the play, but we'll try. Blade Splicer. I see. Not a very good Wheel of Fortune draw. Well, let's play the Mutt. Discard, I think, the Glory Bringer. Chandra, huh? Well, if I can find a land that would be good. Gut could be good here, even especially if their Golem attacks. If I don't find a land, will they just cast a draw 2? Okay. mean, they probably shouldn't attack here. The nice part is if they don't attack and I chain lightning it, I'm up three life. If they do attack and I draw a land and play gut, like they get walloped. Let's just chain lightning the golem. Put this on top. And I'm drawing a land and playing gut next turn. I don't really think I want to make any trades here. It just doesn't really make that much sense to me. Unfortunately, they unmulligan by casting Flame of Anor, and their mocks meant the mocks plus me missing my land drops means they've had a lot more mana to spend here. Okay. I mean, it's possible if they don't have anything, gut next turn is really good still. I'm going to go for it. I don't really have anything better to do. I mean, maybe they don't have any removal? Nope. Stomp too, so now they can cast, like, it wasn't just like a lightning bolt or a swords to plowshares, it was Bone Crusher Giant. Oh, and they're not casting the Bone Crusher, they're playing Teferi. Okay. I mean, if I draw land here, I still could have a nice play. Guess I'll just cast the Death Greeter. I don't really have a better play. And attack Teferi, and they chump here. Land, I could have killed Teferi and had a Headliner in play. Headliner's still pretty good. Next turn, I get to hit for 10. Well, I mean, I might send some damage at the Teferi, but I get to attack for a bunch. Regardless, all right. I just basically think that the where this deck's going to struggle is it doesn't have. Not only does it not have any Moxes, it has one City of Traders and, like, I guess the Seething Song as plays. What is it? They're just like Jeskai Control, I guess. All right, yeah, that's fair. I'm playing a lot of cards that typically don't tend to play together, but they are crushing me. So what can I say about that, huh? Certainly not going to cast Wheel of Fortune. Sure, I guess I'll cast some idiots. I could trade Death Greeter's Champion for Bone Crusher. That doesn't sound like a very good trade, especially if I do end up playing Headliner Scarlet. I have a million cards in hand. I mean, I'm going to have to kill the Teferi if I do even land Headliner. I could flashback Bolt on, well, actually any of my creatures if they really wanted to, but they're probably just going to play something else, and I am probably dead. It's okay. I thought that against the last deck too. Let's see if we can steal one here. Something very expensive. Pyrokinesis. All right, that's enough. That's enough. I've seen what I need to see. Containment Priest. No. Touch the Spirit Realm. Angel's Ravager. Oh, I should be playing this Tarn for Figure of Destiny, and it's not Figure, Grim Lavamancer and Dragon's Rage Channeler. I just didn't think of it. Or I slotted it up there and then didn't reconsider it. All right, let's go to game 2 here. All right, time for round 2 or game 2. This is a one-lander I'm not going to keep. All right, mulligan. Yeah, I'll keep this. I'm just going to put a mountain back. I feel like putting Glorybringer back is just asking for trouble. And I'm going to play turn 1 Commando Faces Kakazan. I'm probably not going to get the counter benefit, the second chapter, but I want this to be a creature on turn 3 so I can throw it with Bombardiers. Imagine if I drew like City of Traders right here. Or Basic Mountain. All right. Pass the turn. It doesn't help that this deck is not the best deck in the world, and I feel like I haven't had near like the top of my range on draws. That would be pretty helpful. Seething Song's not actually that bad because now I can Glorybringer, but I'm not going to do that without having a target for it. I mean, if they just play a creature next turn, they're almost dead. Actually, they're literally dead. Bombardiers, that's just because Bombardiers is so stupid. They're probably just going to kill my Bombardiers. Yeah. That's kind of what I thought. I'm not running Seething Song Glorybringer into a counter or removal spell. Much rather than play a creature first if they have one. If they don't have one, it's a little annoying. Is it Athari or something? It is Athari. All right, well, that I think we can potentially deal with. Let's see. Take it. I don't think I want to trade. If they want to spend their time... Oh, I see. Getting Athari back. I can almost kill them. It's funny. Oh, they can't get Athari back. That's awesome. Because of the etching of Kumano. Let's just pass. I don't really need to chain lightning. All right. I take back what I said. I was like, let's see, all I had to do was complain about getting bad draws, and then I drew pretty nicely after that. Seething Song into chain lightning, or Seething Song into figure into chain lightning, all pretty reasonable draws, even if they tribal flames to my bombardiers. So now they're on 8 life. The Glorybringer is locked down for a turn. I've got a 2/2 and a 4/4 coming in. Is this wins? Oh, Pyrokinesis on those two. Okay. I'll take my 2. They took 1 off of the casting Pyrokinesis action. All right, that's the card I was asking for earlier. Let's hope they don't have a way to kill my thing. All right. Oh my God! And the Council's Judgment. Yep. I haven't even seen it. I just knew it. They were so excited. Like they just clearly had something. All right. Can I just draw Fiery Confluence? Is that too much to ask? All right. Let's go. Let's go. Firebolt. Chandra. So I can Chandra and kill the Chrome Host, but then they just kill the Chandra. I think I'm going to go City of Traders, Chandra. I'm just going to plus exile the top card, hit Mountain. All right, well, I'm really glad I did it this way then. And then they're going to kill Chandra, and I'm just going to have like 2 draw steps to draw a burn spell or a haster or something. And a haster might not even do it. But I just thought if I start playing the game of like using burn on their creatures, I was just not going to win. Like this at least gives me an opportunity to win the game. Because they have to send 5 at Chandra. They might even send 7 at Chandra. But they probably don't have the luxury of doing that. They might also leave the Rebel token back because they don't want to get killed by a Death Greeter's champion or something, which they did see. All right. Yeah, Chandra down. But that means I have, not at least, but like probably 2 turns. Depends what they play here. Oh. They're cast. So now I'm dead next turn. 7/12. Yeah, I guess so. All right, do or die time. What say you, deck? Yeah, you don't want to play anymore. They're at 5. I guess I can chain lightning the token, and that will give me another draw step here. But now I think Fiery Confluence is literally my only out. And they can hit me for 10. So if they have a Bone Crush Reno, then yes, I'm dead. Yeah, Pyrokinesis pretty good against me. All right, I'm at 1 or 2. Oh, that's only 9, sorry. Into Grim Lavamancer, sure. Any Fiery Confluences? It's going to be so annoying if I draw Firebolt here. All right. So goes my first entry here. This is a mono red deck that has Gut and Fable and Broadside and Headliner. So 4 really, really good mono red cards as well as some burn. Has a City of Traders and a Caracas. Doesn't have any other acceleration. Yeah, this deck was not the best. Wouldn't have expected it to 4-0, and guess what? It did not. But I'm going to fire some more here. Wish me luck, and we'll see how this goes. Alrighty, well, that was a little faster than I wanted, so we're hopping back in. Unfortunately, this is not a single live draft league. This is just the normal draft league because the feeder leagues are only up for about a day. I won 1 token this time around, and it wasn't with that mono red deck as you saw. But I'm going to first pick Mox Pearl here. We'll get a little 2-header draft today. Over Orcish, Bowmasters, and Solitude, both great picks. Fiery Confluence as well. Let's see. So I like to figure out what cards will be gone. I think it'll be Solitude, Noble, Bowmasters, Confluence, Badlands, Jace, and Jace. But Badlands versus like Zagoth Triumph's a little less clear. In any case, Mox Pearl into... I don't really like second picking any of these cards after first picking Pearl, honestly. There's 6, which is a pretty good card. There's Dak Faden, there's Caustic Bronco. Dak has definitely lost some luster over the last couple of years. Still a good card, but it is, I mean, blue and red. Bronco's great because it's like a good 2-mana play for Mox. And there's 6, which I like to know a little more about my deck before doing that. I think I'll take the Caustic Bronco. I like that, though. I think I'll just take Urza Saga. This was quite the pack here. There's a Grim Monolith, an Imperial Seal, Uro. I mean, I guess past Urza Saga and Grim Monolith, this isn't actually that good of a pack. You just don't usually get an Urza Saga third pick. So, having taken Urza Saga next, I guess I would prefer to have taken Dak over Caustic Bronco, but yeah, I like Bronco a lot. All right, here, there's the Lurrus. There's also a Tinker and a Relic and a Pyroglyph. Okay, this was a good pack, but this is actually a really good Lurrus start. Lurrus, you've never betrayed me before. I think Lurrus is still great. I do think it's getting worse as more cards like Broadside Bombardiers or, you know, whatever card you want to choose that costs 3 mana, Flage, whatever strong cards that cost 3 mana get released, it does tend to make Lurrus more and more of a cost. But I think here it still makes sense to take Lurrus. And honestly, I might just take Concealing Curtains. I think that being black-white Lurrus is just a really good place to be, and Miscalculation is not strong enough to make me want to go a different direction here. And then here, we've got Council's Judgment, Souls of the Lost, Soul Guide Lantern, and Talisman. I don't have any actual white cards yet, but you end up white a lot in Lurrus, and I think Council's Judgment is pretty strong there. And here, I like Savine's Reclamation. There's Portable Hole as well. There's no Thari, but we're not doing that at this point. And I think the Savine's Reclamation is valuable, but Portable Hole is, I think, a better card. It's a word that you can't get it with Saga, but works nicely within Saga draws. I like, you know, Savine's Reclamation in a Lurrus deck. I have been a little underwhelmed by it. I don't really want to take it unless there's I want to wheel it. I know it won't wheel out of that pack most likely because it would be the last pick, but it's more that I just think Portable Hole is a better card. I'd rather use an early pick on some interaction than, yeah, you do want a way to bring back Lurrus in your deck, but I'm sure I'll find one. And then here, there's a Silent Clearing and a Darkslick Shores. I think I would rather take Darkslick Shores. I think Silent Clearing, those lands I think are generally pretty bad. Zagoth Triumph Wheel. Oh, wow, Fiery Confluence came back. I think I'm going to take Zagoth Triumph anyway. It's a late Fiery Confluence. Oh, Selfless Spirit is fantastic with Lurrus. All right. This looks good, and I don't think I'm very likely to play Emberheart Challenger or Thundering Falls. Guess I'll take Thundering Falls. Maybe we'll end up 5 colors, though. I think most likely we're black-white, potentially splashing blue. Wow, why is a Pyroglyph still here? This card is just very, very strong. I'm going to take Evolved Sleeper because I can't take any of those others and remain a Lurrus deck, but that's a late Pyroglyph. This feels like a really good setup for Lurrus. I mean, I've got this Thundering Falls, Raging Ravine here. I'll put some lands over kind of here, hidden Zagoth Triumph, Darkslick Shores, a bunch of lands that aren't black and white, but I think that I just think that Darkslick Shores is a much better card than Silent Clearing. I would have taken Concealed Courtyard or Scrubland, of course, but, you know, Godless Shrine, any of those lands. But Silent Clearing, I just don't really like to put my decks usually. Oh, Soul Guide Lantern came back? That's a totally fine card. And it's a Saga hit? Whew, that was nice. Okay, going into pack 2, I really like where we're at. And we open a Time Walk? Oh, that Darkslick Shores pick looking nice. All right. Time Walk over Mana Vault, which isn't even that good in Lurrus decks. Just count me in. Nothing here that I'm really expecting to wheel. That's all right. We don't complain about those. Of course, in the leagues when I open the Time Walk and the Pearl and the, you know, when the single elim drafts, that's when you want those. But it's really a talent, you know. Opening a Time Walk and a Pearl and finding a way to complain about it is just really something special. Here, there is an Underworld Breach. That is a good card with Lurrus, and I have a Thundering Falls. Alternately, I could be sane and just take Verdant Catacombs, which is currently a blue-black land, but I would imagine turns into a white land. Sorry, Tundra. Over like Frantic Search and Underworld Breach. Yeah. there's obviously combinations I can get past where I would much rather have had the breach, but I think right now I'd rather take Verdant. Here, balance is actually pretty strong, but I think I'm going to take Currency Converter. Currency Converter in a Saga deck that, I don't know, just has a bunch of good value cards. I guess I'm not really comboing with it. Maybe I just take balance anyway. I do have a Mox and a Soul Guide. Balance in a Lurrus deck is totally fine. Like you just have your Lurrus hiding in the companion zone, then you balance before putting it into your hand. Is there anything else? I don't think Shield Reduce is as good as balance. I don't want to take Indatha Triome here. I don't think that's strong enough. But I also feel like this could be a good little artifact deck. I'm going to take Dual Currency Converter. I'm going to take Currency Converter. It's good with a lot of what I've got. Oh, got to take Watery Grave to go with Verdant. If Lightning Grave's wheels, I'll be quite happy. Or Sculler. Because let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Emperor of Bones. Actually, should I just take Emperor of Bones? Maybe I should just take Emperor of Bones. This card is really good. Yeah, Verdant already gets blue off Zagoth. All right, I'm just going to take Emperor of Bones. And let's see, 1. Yeah, I want Sculler or Grave or Lightning Greaves. And I guess Revoker in the worst case. I think one of those has a good shot of wheeling. And in here, I'm going to take Lingering Souls. I think Lingering Souls in Lurrus is just so good. And pass up on Counterspell and Brainstorm. I don't think my mana necessarily even supports that. So happy enough to do that. And here, I can't take Troll, but I can take Giver of Runes, which I will take over Wasteland. Giver of Runes in a Lurrus deck is just really good. You just automatically have a creature to protect. And now there's a Baleful Strix, a Seachrome Coast, a Spar's Headquarters, and a Preordain. These are all really good cards. Kind of just want Baleful Strix in my Lurrus deck. That seems like the way to go. Could use a little more fixing now. A black-white land would be quite nice to find. But I feel pretty good about my blue fixing. 3 blue-black lands and a Pearl and a Currency Converter. Oh, now a Chromatic Star that fixes mana and is something to replay with Lurrus. There's also a Sorin here. I haven't actually played with Sorin in Lurrus decks. It seems like I would be willing, like if the Chromatic Star wasn't in that pack, I would have taken Sorin, and I bet it would be pretty decent. Little Esper Lurrus Time Walk deck. I guess Lingering Souls kind of goes over there. All right, and this pack had all cards I couldn't put in my deck, so literally none of them work with Lurrus except Firebolt, which I'm not likely to play, but oh, Breach came back. I think I'll just take it. It indicates to me that no one took Brain Freeze or LED, or they would have taken Breach most likely. Frantic Search doesn't do anything. Jetmir's Guard and Fiery Outlet don't do much unless I get Breach, so I'm really giving up a Baleful Mastery. I'm willing to give up Baleful Mastery. Oh, Balance came back? Do I want the black, white, green land over it, though? Balance is really good. I'm going to take Balance. It's good with Converter, too. Sculler came back over Dig, and then not taking these cards. Okay. I don't know about this Underworld Breach, but I like having the option to play it, and I think Balance has some good potential here. Outland Liberator, if my mana worked out, I could potentially play that. I guess the Indatha Triome would have led towards that, but I have 2 free green sources already. All right. Any Lotuses? A little pack 3 Lotus to go with our Time Walk and Breach. I mean, LED Time Walk Breach is already a combo. Like, I would play it for those, even without a Brain Freeze, because you just go Breach, Time Walk, Time Walk, Time Walk, and then you can figure out a way to win the game from there. But I'm opening a Sapphire instead. All right, let's do it. Why not? Let's slam a Mox Sapphire here over a Prismatic Vista, Fractured Identity, a Johnny. I mean, these are all good cards, but obviously. A little Pearl Sapphire Time Walk. Yep. Yep. And then here, oh, there's a 4th Eorlingus. Okay. I guess I'm splashing red. I mean, what would I take otherwise? I guess I could take Reanimate, which getting back Lurrus is quite good. 4th Eorlingus when you have 2 Moxes is pretty nice. I have Thundering Falls, Raging Ravine not doing a whole lot there. I don't think Glimmerlens or Sensei's Top or Breeding Pool or Stoneforge really compete with 4th Eorlingus versus Reanimate. How's my mana? I actually do want to play this Breach Time Walk plan, so let's take 4th Eorlingus. I think I'm gonna try to make that work. And then now that I'm playing red, it makes me want to play Fire Covenant as well. Though, no, you know what? I should take Godless Shrine. I actually should here make sure that this helps my mana. Like, it helps to splash red having Godless Shrine because I can afford more red sources if I have that locked up. So let's take the Godless Shrine. I think that's too good. Passing someone, flash World Spine. And then now I can take Sacred Foundry. It's not fetchable, but it's just good to have Sacred Foundry. Yeah, over Shadowy Backstreet. I already have a couple tap lands, including one Surveil, which my fetch doesn't get my Surveil land as of now, but that's okay. All right. I think I would just want to play all the most powerful cards. I don't have any green in the deck right now. And then here, there's a Savai Triumph, an Oust, an Underground Sea, and a Trop. Well, Trop's not going to do anything. There's Elegant Parlor, but I think Savai Triumph's better. Basically, it comes down to another tap land versus an untapped land. I think I'm going to take the untapped land. I think Underground Sea will be good. Oh, could this be a Lurrus Academy deck? No jokes. I've got 6 cheap artifacts plus Urza Saga, 8 artifacts. That's probably not enough. The part of the problem is that besides 4th Theorlingus, I don't have that much to spend mana on, but what if I got like 2 more artifacts? What else would I take, I guess, is the other question. I don't really care about Temple Garden. Don't care about Blackleaf Cliff, Skycliffe. So do I take this No More Lies? Which would be good in this deck. I think this deck should take No More Lies, but yeah, I should take No More Lies. It's close. Well, now I'm going to take Luminarch, and Luminarch works. Like, basically, my problem with taking Academy is I would have to spend the rest of my picks on Academy, and I already have I already have lands that I'm trying to take, so, and not to mention that even like a pack like this wouldn't even have anything. So this is pick 7, so I guess LED or Brain Freeze getting this last pick would be nice. We did not. Could take Thalia, could take Daze. Both of those are good. I don't think I'm going to take Delighted Halfling. This looks like a kind of awkward Daze deck. Let's just take Thalia. And I think I'm going to play the 4th Theorlingus. I don't know that I'm going to play the Breach. A Johnny Wield, excuse me. I like Prismatic Vista as much as the next person, but a Johnny is such a good card. Yeah, I'm going to take a Johnny here. There's also an Unearth, but I've just found a Johnny to be truly excellent. So I'm going to definitely play the Time Walk. Let's say I don't play the Breach. I could also not main deck the Soul Guide. I mean, right now this is 20 lands, so I guess I am playing the Soul Guide. And I mean, at that point, I think I should probably play the Underworld Breach. 2 green lands I don't really want. Glimmerlands could be okay. Sensei's Top. Sensei's Top is nice with Balance and Urza Saga, and it's nice with Moxes. All right, I think I like that. A funny Thalia deck. I'll tell you that much. This is 17 land right now. Yeah, I mean, I'll take the Sunbait Canyon. Why not? I probably don't want to play that. Unexpectedly absent. Oh, I could have taken Expedition Map for Academy. Expedition Map Lurrus game. Oh, Elegant Parlor came back? Okay. I will take that for free. All right. What a weird deck. So I need to cut just like 1 or 2 cards, honestly. Basically, I think I should be... Because, yeah, this is 16 land, so I just need to cut 1 and I'll be fine. This balance will be bad some of the time, but I think will be good a lot of the time too. And with Lurrus, I can like balance, lose 2 creatures, and they lose all their whole hand, and then I just use Lurrus to get back on the board. I think that's fine. The question now is, do I want to cut 1 more card for 1 more land? I don't think I do. Let's see, sort by color. So I've got basically 2 blue cards, 3 blue cards, and 2 red cards, and the rest are black-white. So that Godless Shrine was a nice pickup for sure. The Verdant gets all my colors except it doesn't get red. Huh. That's annoying. And then I have a Pearl and a Sapphire. So for blue, I've got to have enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blue sources plus Chromatic Star, which I can get with Saga and Currency Converter. I don't think the Academy would have been good, but I kind of don't want this No More Lies off that many blue sources. I'd rather side it in if I really need it. And then this is how many white sources right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white sources. Oh, so I probably, and I get to add 6 more land. I'm probably not going to need to add red or blue, because red is 1, 2, 3. I guess I'll probably play Sunbaked Canyon actually at this point. Red is 3 red sources. Let's say the Sunbaked Canyon makes it 4 red sources, plus the star and stuff, and Breach. Yeah, those are all kind of late game cards. And then black has 3, 4, 5 for those. All right, so I think if I do 3 and 3, that's 7, 8, or 2, 3, and then the elegant, or the Sunbaked Canyon. Okay, this deck's kind of wild, but I think it's pretty good. I opened really well. Let's battle. All right, time for round 1. I would like to reveal Luris, and I like this hand. I get to go turn 1 Elegant Parlor. Wow, Elegant Parlor plus Zagoth Triumph, all 5 colors represented. Turn 1 Elegant Parlor, probably turn 2 Caustic Bronco, and then turn 3 Luminarch plus Zagoth Triumph. Now, if I can find a Mox, it makes an even better turn 2. So let's see, they mold to 5, huh? It's going to be tough for them. Sculler? All right, I'll keep Sculler on top. Probably just going to Sculler them on 2. We'll see. We'll see what they lead with. If they go like Land Elf, I'm definitely going to Sculler them. Island Mox, okay. Into Talisman or something? No, Pentad Prism. Oh, Ballista for 1. All right, well, I think I do Tide Hollow Sculler here. And then I can play the Bronco next turn. They let with a Mox. They have some acceleration. Smirking Spelljacker and Upheaval. All right, I'll take Smirking Spelljacker. And hopefully we can kill them before the Upheaval really matters. They can't really attack. I could play Aspirant here. Or I can play Caustic Bronco. So the question is, what would I prefer if they have a land on top or a land in their hand? So I could play Bronco, and then they can't do anything. I hit them with Sculler, pass the turn. They then go land, and they can spend all of their mana to kill something. Or I play Luminarch, and they just ping it with Ballista. Yeah, let's just play Bronco, because I have Time Walk coming. So I feel like I can really get some good value out of having this Bronco here. I will attack. If they drew Vendilion Click, then, so be it. And then this way, if they want to kill my Bronco, they have to spend another 4 mana. That also could have gone towards them getting a Sculler dead. Okay, Skull Clamp, draw 2. They've already played their land. They have Upheaval in hand. I think I want to Time Walk this turn. I kind of wanted to draw a land so I could Luminarch and Time Walk, but, I'll take it. Thalia. Let's go Time Walk first in case they have Daze. And then Sensei's top. No, actually, I'm going to play Soul Guide. I'm not really using top here. So I'm just going to Soul Guide, kill their Walking Ballista, take my turn. Okay, so now let's go pay 2 life. I think this works out pretty awesome. Thalia, Luminarch, saddle the Bronco with the 2 new things. So I'm giving up the ability to cast with Bronco post combat, but the advantage is Thalia. I get to cast I'm going to cast Thalia over almost anything I draw anyway, and this might do a little more damage. Where do I want the counter? I think the Bronco, in case they have like a deal 2 sweeper, like a delayed blast fireball. That's going to be my question. All right, revealed Saga. So it didn't work out because I would have played the Saga, but also they're in just a massive amount of trouble here. I mean, there's definitely cards they could play that would get them out of it, but it's not simple. Jace the Mind Sculptor for 5 mana. They kind of have to bounce the Bronco or they die, right? Oh, now they're just dead. It's just 9 damage on the board, and I have a Thalia in play, so Jace, there's just no card they can play afterward. Okay. I mean, I guess they can see what I reveal with the Caustic Bronco here. Go to attacks. Attack with all creatures. My opponent. Yoink. And reveal a Verdant Catacombs. And I am going to put No More Lies into my deck here. I guess they could have had like Fury or Solitude. Well, Fury on their two, Solitude on mine, but. And I mean, Outland Liberator would be good. I have currently 2 green sources plus the chromatic stuff. I don't think that's where I want to be. Balance looks pretty bad. Take balance out. All right, let's run it. On the draw here. Showed them the time walk. Didn't even show them my moxes. Yeah, this hand's fine. This is probably turn 1 Evolved Sleeper, turn 2 Curtains. But if I draw blue, what does that do? Oh, Chrome Mox. Okay. What you got going on here? Chrome Mox Imprint Gadgeteer into Smuggler's Copter. I like it. Well, I don't like it for myself. But, oh, now I play Thundering Falls because I can play turn 2 Baleful Strix. I'm going to put Giver on top because I'm going to go turn 2 Baleful Strix. Turn 3 I can go Time Walk plus Giver. So they've got to have they don't have a creature? They did that? They don't have a creature? That's really funny to me. I'm going to play Baleful Strix here and hope they don't have something. Okay. Urza's Saga is pretty nice. Let's see. Let's go Urza's Saga. They can't cast Smirking Spelljacker, Concealing Curtains, all right, Time Walk. Send for 1. Next turn, Saga procs. Oh, No More Lies. All right, I'm going to play a land. I think I'll play Evolved Sleeper so I can use Urza's Saga plus No More Lies. Seems fine. I don't know what they're up to. I wouldn't really want to get like Tinkered or something. I would like to make a Saga token, but if I don't make one, it's not the end of the world. Oh, Kappa Cannoneer. Like, yeah. Like, for example, this, I would much rather just No More Lies. And then make a Saga token, get a Mox, and Concealing Curtains them. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Oh. Underworld Breach is actually pretty good with Time Walk if I can just get there. Let's get a Sapphire. Sacred Foundry, pay 2 life. Flip Concealing Curtains. What you got hiding in that bag? Memory Jar and Mirror Battlesphere. Yeah. They're at 19. They're taking 8, or no, they're taking 5 this turn down to 14, and then they play Jar and pass. I can't breach Time Walk. Oh, I can breach Time Walk. Okay, yeah. So I'm not going to make them discard. This is so sick. I've got a Elegant Parlor. So what I'm planning here is if they want to cast Jar and crack it immediately, I don't think they're going to win because they have no mana floating, just a land drop. If they're going to crack Jar or play Jar and pass, hoping to crack it next turn, I'm going to go Elegant Parlor, mill no matter what, Underworld Breach, Time Walk, and then that's just enough damage to win. Well, sorry, not just enough damage. That is enough damage. I think it's actually over. Graveyard. Breach. I mean, this is just as a 4-mana Time Walk is still very good. And boom, easy as pie. 1-0. All right, let's get back into it. All right, time for round 2. I'd like to play first. Reveal Luris. Well, I'm going to keep this hand, and I think I want to go Sculler into a Johnny, so I think I'm going to lead on Elegant Parlor. Any Moxen? Oh, Emperor of Bones, huh. I'm going to put this in my graveyard. I feel like I have a lot of plays over the next couple turns, and especially with the Breach, you should like err on putting cards in the graveyard, and it gets me closer to Time Walk or a Mox, like just some of the busted cards I have in my deck. I don't think I'm going to miss Emperor of Bones here. It's not even the most proactive card, so yeah. It's a powerful card. You don't really want to play it on turn 2 or draw it in your opening hand quite as much. Obviously in like a dedicated reanimate deck, that's a different thing. But this deck, this is just my like late game way to get a one-shot of Luris or something like that. Let's see, my opponent is doing anything over there. Oh, Sunbaked Canyon. That's intense. Okay. Into Hired Claw. Huh. Interesting. That kind of makes me want to play a Johnny here. But I probably should still just play Tide Hollow Sculler. See what they've got. They didn't want to crack their Wooded Foothills? Okay. They have a Reckless Pyro Surfer and a Robber of the Rich. They have 6 cards in hand. They're going to go to 5 cards, draw to 6, play 5. Okay, so I just take Robber then. I'll just take the damage from the Pyro Surfer. I just don't want them using Robber. It doesn't really make sense to let them do that. Okay, so Wooded Foothills is gone. Probably just get a mountain. Maybe a black-red if they have it. Oh, Legion Extruder was their draw, so it didn't matter what I took. Okay. Well, that's fine. So far, they're not looking that good at recurring Nightmare. And a Johnny is going to be pretty good, so... It's Thundering Falls, because I want to get my blue. Unexpectedly Absent. I think I'm just going to put that in my graveyard and play a Johnny here. A Johnny and Baleful Strix are both going to be really good here. They can't really attack anymore. Man, casting Foothill, or not using Foothills on turn 1 and playing Sunbaked Canyon, incredibly wild behavior. I don't think it makes any sense. They have 2 tap lands in their hand. I mean, they played Hired Claw, but they could have... I guess it would have ended up the same either way if they had gone turn 1 fetch Blood Crypt, turn 2 Sunbaked. But when you lead on this, you're just saying, I'm going to take 5 damage because I'm going to tap my land for the next 5 turns. I just do everything I can to not play this on 1. Oh, they're going to get to recurring Nightmare that Othari here. Okay, that's pretty annoying. Okay, attacking with a Johnny is interesting. What do I block? I guess I'd probably block the Pyromancer. All right, this lets me flip a Johnny. That's pretty good for me, I think. And take my turn. I think I'm going to play Underworld Breach this turn so I can have a red permanent. Yeah, I think so. So let's go Verdant, crack Verdant. I guess I'd probably get Underground Sea with this one. Play Underworld Breach. And I think I want a Sculler after, or Emperor of Bones. Oh, Emperor of Bones plus Exile Othari. Yeah, this is sick, actually. All right, Underworld Breach. And the sick part about Breach is I get to leave it in my graveyard and then lures it back at some point. So all I'm doing is I'm banishing a Sculler forever. But Emperor of Bones, make a Cat Warrior. Now deal 2 damage to the Hired Claw. This turn worked out really nicely, and exile Othari Sun's Glory so they can't recur it back. They're also just out of creatures. So, like, they don't have a creature in play to use that anyway. And next turn, I can put Othari into play and attack for some damage and get to use a Johnny again? Whoa, so I can put Othari into play, attack, make a token, and then a Johnny for like 5 damage, 6 damage? That sounds awesome. They need something pretty good this turn. They need to kill the Emperor of Bones and the Ajani. Yeah, cycling Raugrin Triome is just not going to do it, I'm afraid. Let's go Emperor of Bones. Leave up Baleful Strix here. And it has a finality counter, so it's still just... all right. It still isn't coming back. That was nice. Playing against... Red aggro of some kind, like Mardu aggro kind of. I mean, Firebolt would be good against them. I just don't know that I'm going to have that much red mana. 1, 2, yeah. I think it's fine not to. I have a lot of early plays. Balance looks like it could be potentially good here. Soul Guide is going to be decent at stopping the graveyard stuff. All right. Any Moxen? There's a Mox. There's a Mox. I mean... Turn 1 Caustic Bronco is pretty good. I've been crushing so much I haven't even like put Lurrus into my hand yet. Turn 1 Bronco is just what I'm going to start with. That immediately asks the question of, do you have a removal spell? If the answer is no, then I like it. All right. And And then turn 2, I guess it's going to be less exciting. I can play Curtains plus Thundering Falls, or I could potentially just put Luris into hand. I assume they're going to play a red source here, and probably a burn spell. Yeah. Okay, let's see what I draw. Oh. Yeah, Lingering Souls looks kind of nice. I think I'm going to pay the 2 life for Godless Shrine here, because this way next turn I can flash back Lingering Souls and play Concealing Curtains and play Thundering Falls. Lingering Souls looks amazing against this opponent. Like, a lot of their creatures just die to it. Yep, like Robber of the Rich, for example. I mean, it's got reach, so I guess they are stopping me from attacking, but I'm not too worried. Oh. I do like Emperor of Bones. Let's go Thundering Falls. Bin Verdant. Concealing Curtains. Emperor of Bones. And exile that Firebolt. Pass the turn, because Robert has reach randomly. And this sets up next turn, flip Curtains, play Baleful Strix. This is what I've been missing over the past month. Sometimes just having your draws, like, you always have like exactly enough mana to make all the plays you want to make. Like, everything's very smooth. I'm tapping out every single turn. Okay, I'm getting Furied here. Sure. Is it going to probably kill Emperor of Bones and the 2 tokens? All right. That's fine with me, I guess. What else do they have? Grief my Baleful Strix? Well, I said that, and then they immediately... Oh, they attacked in that order, so they can't robber me? Oh, no, they couldn't do it. If that was their play, no matter what, they weren't robbering. Funny. Oh, Johnny's so good. Let's flip, because it also... gets their last card. Yes, it does. They have no rebels in play, right? You need a rebel. Yeah, all right. Authority out, and then a Johnny in, because that way it's the last card out of my hand, so they can't Robber of the Rich me. I'm going to pass. I don't really want to attack into Grief. I've got the long game here. We both just traded off all our cards, and I have Luris. They immediately crack, so that's good. And Ember Heart Challenger. Yeah, that's not going to do anything here. Next turn, I'm going to put Luris into play, or into hand. Oh my god, that's really good. What happens if I attack with Revealing Eye? They double block? I guess I don't care too much if they do that. And if they let it through, then the Time Walk's much nicer. I kind of feel like... Alright. Yeah, let's kill the Robber. And put Luris into hand. Still saying, we're just drawing so perfectly. Time Walk was the card I drew. Just unbelievable, right? And then here, oh, Urza's Saga. Incredible. Let's go Luris. And I could Lingering Souls plus Concealing Curtains. That sounds pretty good. Though maybe I should play the Bronco, so if they draw a way to kill Luris, I have a way to draw cards. I guess the Bronco just draws me 1 card. I could also play Emperor of Bones. Oh, Emperor of Bones, exile Authority seems pretty good. Let's just do that. And then this way also, they can't draw Recurring Nightmare. I will attack with my Cat Warrior. I don't think they're attacking. If they kill Luris, it flips a Johnny. Oh, that's actually a reason not to attack with the other cat. I'm just kind of assuming that they're going to kill Luris here, because if they're not, then the game is just over. Like, it becomes much harder to imagine Bazaar at Baghdad. Wow. Okay, well, Bazaring with 1 card in hand is not usually going to work out. All right, 2-0, on to the finals. Let's do it. All right. Playing against Italy. Hope they don't have sneak attack. On the play, yeah, I like this hand. I'm going to go turn 1, Verdant, get Godless Shrine, play Giver of Runes, and then turn 2, Evolve Sleeper plus Zagoth Triumph, I think is going to be my plan. And pass the turn. Mox on turn 2 would be incredible. Part of the reason I like having stuff like Converter in your deck is just like a lot of ways to spend mana. so that like when you ever draw Mox, you never waste any of that mana. Well, I'll play Evolved Sleeper. Now I'll play the Elegant Parlor, and I'll graveyard the Soul Guide. So they went Shock, Chain Lightning. So they have no other untapped red, at least that they want to play. Let's see. Kill my 2 things. All right, that's fine. Yeah, let's play the Emperor of Bones. Play Zagoth Triumph. And I'm just going to exile the Chain Lightning here. I don't need to exile any of the things out of my graveyard. At some point, if I want to bring it back, I have time to do that. I like playing against removal with the Lurrus deck generally. That's usually not too scary. All right. Land would be great. I'll just slam 4th Earlingus for 2. I mean, probably, depending on what they play. Oh, that would have been so good to have a currency converter in play for. Land. Oh, a Johnny? Yeah, let's do a Johnny first. Because if I play currency converter, I don't think they're very... Oh, they just let me exile the Kroxa too. All right. They're not very likely to make me discard, I don't think. And casting a Johnny, the next turn casting 4th Earlingus. The one downside is I don't draw a card this turn, of course, and they could discard or counter 4th. But if they're discarding 4th, then I'm putting in a 2/2 end of turn, and I have 7 power in play. I can even like Emperor of Bones and something if I really want. I hope I'm not getting Fiery Confluenced here. That would be pretty annoying. Oh, Shieldred. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, let's draw. Land. I think I do the 4th Earlingus now. And continue exiling their cards. I'm just going to attack with these 2. They're going to block 1. And I'm going to become the Monarch. And then I've got Cat Warrior to block with. Okay, I do have to find a way to kill Shieldred, and this deck does not have a ton of removal. That's like the main issue, is I'm a lot better against people killing my stuff than someone putting into play something that I have to kill. Let's see, they have 3 cards in hand. They don't have a lot of cards. Robber of the Rich, okay. What's that going to do? Interesting, all right. At 13. I think I'm just going to go block. I've got Lurrus, so I can get back this Emperor of Bones at some point. It's not doing that much. I don't want to give up the Monarch. I would like to flip a Johnny. Let's hope they don't have another play. That'd be pretty good. Because if they don't have another play, honestly, the Johnny is not the furthest from killing Shieldred. I guess if I need to draw Lingering Souls. Sacred Foundry is not really it. Let's see. I want to put Lurrus into hand. I'm at 11. I don't really want to use Currency Converter as such because I draw a card and take damage off Shieldred. It's not amazing. So let's put a cat into play, nug my opponent, put Lurrus into my hand, and I think just play a tapped Sacred Foundry. I'm drawing a card off of, and I'll keep both my blockers back. I'm drawing a card off Monarch, so I've got to factor that in for my life total as well. Okay, there we go. So if I can make it through like one more turn cycle and Council's Judgment the Shieldred. Oh, they have a play? They have a Vamp or something? Oh, they have Shallow Grave, the Robber of the Rich? Okay. Interesting. I guess they're going to get to Robber of the Rich me. If they have a removal spell, they can take the Monarch. Looting's not bad. Gonna get to kill Shieldred next turn. Hopefully, if I don't get discarded. Oh, Harvester of Misery, Toxic Deluge. So they could have Harvester of Misery, and they did not. They have a better card than that. Maybe they have put Harvester of Misery into play, though that's not actually that wild either. Because it -2/-2s their Robber. Okay. Attack me. They get to Robber. Baleful Strix. Yeah, that's a little annoying. Block, block. There goes my red permanence, unfortunately, for a Johnny. Yeah, they get to cast the Baleful Strix, which is actually pretty good here. Let's see. Okay, let's take my turn. Concealing Curtains, huh? I'm going to want to Council's Judgment the Shieldred. Oh, man, hitting Baleful Strix? Because I don't have a way to kill that. No, I guess I have Luris Portable Hole, but I'm a mana short of doing that. And I really do need to kill that Shieldred. I'm taking too much damage off it. So, assuming I'm going to Council's Judgment Shieldred, I think I do that. I don't think I'm going to play the Luris this turn. I think I'll make a cat and play Concealing Curtains and play the Sunbaked Canyon. And maybe I'll use Converter, or maybe I'll sack the Canyon. I mean, who knows? All right, draw. Balance. Interesting. Okay. So, I mean, if they take the Monarch, they take the Monarch. I do get to attack them back. Flame Slash that, sure. I mean, even if they have another bunch of removal, I still have some options here. All right, so they become the Monarch. I'm probably going to go to 5 in a second here because I'm going to use Currency Converter. I think that's going to be a better way to go about things. Yeah, I'm not sure. I could Luris Portable Hole to kill the Baleful Strix. It kind of depends if this Cat Warrior attacks and takes the Monarch. It'd be nice to draw Time Walk. Animate Dead on the Emperor of Bones? Second main phase? Okay. Well, let's draw and go to 5 here. Probably discarding what I draw most of the time. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to discard Luminarch, indeed. They draw. Draw for turn. Let's attack them and try to take the Monarch here. I assume it's not going to work. They're going to block and pump Emperor of Bones. I'm going to get to go... Oh, they're going to bolt that. Oh, that's even better. Because now they have 1 card in hand. They have 5 lands. So I'll lose some lands here. But I think I want to balance. It kills both their creatures. What else could I do? They know I have Luris in hand and they burned a bolt there? Oh, that is wild. Okay. Yeah, I think I do cast balance and go to 5. Do I want to, what am I casting with Luris? Probably, I guess I'm probably casting Giver of Runes, so let's cast balance, leaving a black floating, and if they have a way to play their last card, I do lose the Luris in hand, but okay. Sack Sunbaked Canyon Swamp. I just didn't really need to tap the Sunbaked Canyon. They lose those 2 things. Okay, and then Luris. Oh, anyway, dead, whatever. Luris. They have 1 card in hand. And then play Giver of Runes, I think, is what I want to play here. And make an idiot, and then pass the turn. All right, they still have Monarch, but they're on now 2 cards in hand, 5 mana. I'm at 5, but they just used a Lightning Bolt. I'm well poised to take the Monarchy next turn. I mean, I like how this looks. Okay, they didn't play anything. They cast nothing. Interesting. They are going to get to draw a card end of turn, I guess, but Let's make a 2/2. I don't really see a reason not to. If they have Fire Covenant here, then, so be it. Okay, they apparently do not. Saga gains the ability. Let's put a counter on each cat I control. Includes Luris. Smash for 9. Or try to. And with Giver of Runes up, that's feels pretty safe. What do they got? Snuff out the Giver of Runes. Alright. I'm just not even going to bother. If they had a removal spell, they could do it in response. It doesn't really matter. Alright. And I get the Monarch. Alright, so now I've got the Monarch. Johnny's plussed. What do I play as my only thing? I mean, I guess I want to play Selfless Spirit to protect this Luris. And I think I'm just going to not use the Urza Saga. It's okay. Because I want to play something from my graveyard here. And I think it's honestly, I'm going to play Soul Guide Lantern and exile their Faithless Looting. And then make it so that they're just less likely to be able to get me something wild out of the graveyard. Some sort of Emrakul, Shallow Grave, or Corpse Dance, I guess, because they've used Shallow Grave. And I can use Currency Converter as my last 2 mana. I don't think I need the Saga token. Field of the Dead. Feel wild out here. I don't know what's up with that. I'll use Converter now, though. Draw, discard, make a treasure. So I'm just going to tap this from colorless. I don't think anything too special to get. What do I have in my deck? Oh, I have Time Walk to find. All right, so I'll get Sensei's Top and spin the top, because actually this could be lethal. If I cast Emperor of Bones, let's see, this is 4, 7, 11, 13. I mean, I guess it would be lethal either way, so let's just look, and if we find Time Walk, then that would have been an easy way to do it. We still, I think, have a pretty easy way to do it. Oh, wait. 4, 7, 9, 7, 11, 13. I mean, Luminarch's also lethal, but I still think it's probably better to play the Emperor. And then, beginning of combat, I don't want to put Harvester of Misery into play. I could put Concealing Curtains into play. What's going to keep me the most... Oh, Curtains actually doesn't do a good job. Oh, I didn't use a Johnny before attacking. Or before doing this. I guess I was supposed to. All right, let's just put the Evolved Sleeper into play then, I suppose. I think that's enough still. Did I just... All right, this is 4, 7, 11, 12. Oh, I just somehow just was oh yeah, I can make it a 3, so it's 3, 7. Oh, I'm 1 mana short of doing enough damage. All right, fine. That was foolish. I think I'll be okay, but after all that work, it's you could have probably figured out a way to kill your opponent there. I guess I even know what my top cards are, so let's not even bother. Okay. Look, we got to take more game actions. Isn't that all you want? Field of the Dead? Yeah, you're feeling it's going, I guess. Only because I let you. Is this an Atali? Please tell me it's an Atali. Oh, it's just a Grave Titan. Atali would be so funny here. Yeah, the Ajani ult does the trick here too. There's a lot of ways this can go wrong for the opponent. Not, the least of which is that Selfless Spirit's also lethal. All right. They get to choose one creature and sack the rest. I mean, the Ajani ult is not nothing. Like, it is a real thing. All right, up a game. I think that game took longer than the rest of the draft, basically. Don't want No More Lies. I mean, they're a reanimator deck. No More Lies is kind of weak. Balance I still like. I think this is fine. All right, reveal Luris. Luris, that game was quite real. Oh, look at this hand. This hand's going to do some things. I'm not sure what yet, and I really hope I don't get discarded. What I want to do is play a turn 1, probably Pearl Converter Parlor against... I could turn 1 Time Walk, but I feel like setting up more mana before casting Time Walk is going to be better. And with Currency Converter in play, I don't think my opponent's that likely to make me discard. Do I want Thundering Falls? I think I don't mind it. I don't have to run the Time Walk out so quickly. Again, the Currency Converter gives me like slight protection from discard because it's just a weaker play to make them discard when they have a converter in play. It's kind of like giving them free converter activations. So if that's the case, going like Thundering Falls plus top, I'll probably just do Thundering Falls plus Currency Converter next turn. And then go for a turn 3 Time Walk. Yeah, that sounds good. Tide Hollow Sculler. Okay, I'll put that on top. And I think what I'll do is use the converter and discard the Evolved Sleeper. And then I can go Sculler Time Walk. Palantir, okay. Evolved Sleeper. Because, like, look, now that I waited just 2 turns, I get to, like, use Converter, play Sculler, untap, attack with all of them. I'll probably then Council's Judgment the Palantir. I'm not going to look. I'm not going to give them a card. I only took 2 damage. It was a Kroxa, though. This has to get black. It doesn't have to be black-blue, but I have a bunch of white, so let's just get the black-blue land. Let's go, I think, Sculler first. And then I can play Emperor Bones after. Oh yeah, they got a... That's nice, Leyline Binding and everything. I mean, I guess the Leyline... I take the Bolt and then they have to use Leyline Binding, or I could take Deluge. Deluge, that's annoying too. Okay. Maybe I just take the Deluge. That's a lot of removal spells. Yeah, they got a nice little draw there. I mean, I also do, but here, I'll put a 2/2 into play, even though it's not going to get too much work done. They're not that close to getting their Kroxa back, so I don't mind not using Emperor Bones for a turn here. All right, smash, and then now they have... I mean, I have the Portable Hole is a really nice draw. That can kill Tarmogoyf. The other draw was Polluted Delta. Sure. They got their full mana base now, all 5 colors. That's cool. Faithless Looting is not looking very strong here. I guess it fills the yard for Kroxa. Okay, so Bolt kills the Sculler, and then the Faithless Looting, or the Leyline Binding, might want to kill... Currency Converter is like an annoying card. They also could play Goyf, yeah, and leave Leyline Binding up, I guess. Okay. They're casting Faithless Looting? That's crazy to me. I mean, I don't know what their... I guess I don't know what their last card is in hand. No, they do. Their hand is Goyf, Leyline Binding, Toxic Deluge. I guess this sets up Kroxa next turn. Oh, they just discard the Goyf and the Crab. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I really want them to tap out of white mana here. Great. That's what I wanted. Because I just need to land Emperor of Bones on this this Kroxa. That's all I really need. And then I'm just going to play this tapped. Nug the Kroxa. Pass the turn. I mean, I guess I could have put Kroxa in. But Yeah, no, because they would not even take 3. They would just, as a Ravenous Rats. Maybe that was worth it, actually. I don't know. Because now they can leyline binding the Emperor of Bones. They might want to leyline binding the currency converter, though. Would be my guess. All right, draw. I guess I'll still discard Darkslick Shores. Or... no, I'm going to discard Portable Hole. I think a 2/2 is a little bit more threatening. All right, they're going to let me run it. Oh, Soul Guide Lantern? I don't mind that either. All right, let's go Soul Guide Lantern. I'm going to eat their Faithless Looting. And then I'm going to go to combat. Emperor of Bones will eat their Crabomination. If they let this happen... okay, I'm a little suspicious that was in their best interest. Now I'm just going to play my lands. Lurrus decks use infinite lands. And what I'm going to do here is you can just adapt twice. I'm just going to adapt probably on their draw step. Adapt Emperor of Bones. No. Actually, I would rather them... I kind of want them to play something. If I hit Leyline Binding, it doesn't do much. Though I guess now they're going to have no cards in hand. Field of the Dead is a pretty good card if you can make the game go long enough, but I don't think this is... it's going to outpower a Lurrus. You need to have ways to get free lands, basically. I'm wishing I'd adapted the Emperor earlier. now that they're casting something. Oh, beginning of combat? I'm just going to do it now then. I don't want them to get an opportunity to use that spell. Now if they use Leyline Binding in response, I get to adapt again. Okay. Which is why I thought they needed to kill the Emperor of Bones when I was tapped out. I mean, maybe they're hitting my currency converter, but if you're casting Leyline in response, yeah, you're kind of doing this. All right. Adapt in response. All right. Put Crabomination into play. Let's see what I hit. Lightning Bolt Shield. So Shielded was their last card. Yeah, so I messed that up. I should have just done it draw step like I thought, but it worked out just fine. Okay, the crab doesn't get to attack, but I have a Shielded in play. They're basically just dead now. I'm gonna get to attack for 6 this turn. Never mind, they are just dead. All right, they were pretty dead either way. Time Walk. Exiling some things, and I was going to Soul Guide Lantern and Time Walk again. Where are you going? All right, well, it turns out the deck where you draft, you open Time Walk and 2 Moxes goes pretty well. I mean, it was a great Lurrus deck. Just having the Moxes, though, honestly, I didn't turn 1 Mox that often. I did it twice. Twice is still pretty good. You could see that it uses the extra mana so well, and having stuff like Soul Guide, Currency Converter, Top, it always uses all your mana so you can go through a game. Like, I think that game right there, I spent 100% of the mana I had available just about. Pretty good. Usually you're going to win when you do that. All right, that was a good warm-up. We'll be back next week with some 64-player drafts. You know, I'm going to kick off the week, hope that it's a good, easy week, and get to play the drafts that I was hoping to, because I was not able to last week. But we got some high-stakes cubing, and like I said, I'm at this point mostly done with the Bloomborough. I've got plenty of drafts if you want to watch Bloomborough. Got a big catalog, but we're back. It's Cube. And Jules agrees, don't you, Jules? Good girl. All right, that'll do it for today. I'll be back tomorrow with another draft, and I will see you then. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and you won't miss a single draft.